This Charissa Thompson story has taken off, and I'm glad it has. She did a podcast, Barstool Sports, and she talking about her career and different things, being a sideline reporter for the NFL, and she let slip something that apparently she talked about a year ago, but nobody picked it up. So
nobody listened to the podcast.
I want to tell this story again. And this is what, remember, sideline reporter NFL, when you go down, hey, what's going on? Well, I just talked to so-and-so, and this so-and-so, and this so-and-so, and this so-and-so. This is Charissa Thompson, who is hosting halftime and pregame on Amazon tonight on TNF. This is her explaining some things that she would do on the sideline during an NFL game.
And I've said this before, so I haven't been fired for saying it, but I'll say it again. I would make up the report sometimes because A, the coach wouldn't come out at halftime, or it was too late, and I was like, I didn't want to screw up the report, so I was like, I'm just going to make this up. Because first of all, no coach is going to get mad if I say, hey, we need to stop hurting ourselves. We need to be better on third down. We need to stop turning the ball
Pressure
over.
the quarterback.
Yeah, exactly. and do a better job of getting off the field. Like, they're not going to correct me on that.
Right.
So I'm like, it's fine. I'll just make up the report.
Wow. Okay. Wow. There are so many things. When I heard, I was so mad because what she's done is, A, broken the only rule of journalism that really is left. Can't make stuff up. Right? We've seen the media with everything from sports to politics. There's the only one rule left that you're going to get called out on, and that is you can't make stuff up.
Really?
Right? You can't make stuff up.
You're really gonna die on that hill?
No,
come on, buddy.
People make stuff up, but it gets found out. Wait a minute, where's your source on this? No, you can't make stuff up.
How many of them have lost
caught.
jobs because of it?
You can't make stuff up. And she admits, I made up talking to coaches at when they go down and say, hey, ready for the second half, let's go down to Charissa Thompson, who spoke with Jeff Fisher, who spoke with Mike Vrabel. I talked to Mike Vrabel a few moments ago. He said they got to do a better job getting off the field on third down. They have to find a way to slow down the running game, and it's going to be a big second half. Okay, back up to you. Great. Not only does she admit that she broke the only rule of journalism that really matters, because her job is not to entertain and give opinions. Her job is factual in what is going on in the game. And she admits, I made up conversations. So now I know that a lot of sideline reporters have weighed in on this, and I get it, and that's great. But this is not only sideline reporters. This makes the entire media look bad, because now it looks like, well, media makes stuff up. We've never had a bigger distrust of the media in this country than we do right now. And all she has done is fan those flames and give it oxygen. Well, I don't know if this story is true. Well, she made up that she talked to a coach. What happens the next time Jay Glazer or Adam Schefter or Woj or somebody's got a story that a player doesn't look good on, and the player says, oh, no, that's completely made up. And what are people going to say? Well, yeah, that one reporter, she admitted making stuff up. Of course that's going to be. This is bad for all of us. This is bad for all of us. But the worst part of it is that you heard her say, I told this story before, and I didn't get fired, so I'll tell it again. So basically, she wants the story out there. Whether it's for clicks or attention, she wanted this story out there. I'm going to tell a story that I made up stuff. I'm going to tell the story. So she wanted the story out there. So you want smoke, you're going to get it. And third, the way how cavalierly she says, yeah, no one's going to get mad at me for making stuff up. Coaches aren't going to get mad. It's okay that I make stuff up. It's okay. Just so cavalier, like, I'm a star now. I'm a star. I don't need to worry about stuff like this. I don't care. Nobody cares if I make stuff up. Wow. So you admit making stuff up, and you really want this story out there, and you say, yeah, it's fine. It's fine that I make stuff up. This has hurt everybody that does what we do for a living. Everybody, top to bottom, because of that. And I can't believe that this is something that actually happens. I can't believe it happens. And I also can't believe she would let this secret out there, because what she's doing is, now she's hurt. Like I said, she's hurting everybody else. Let's just take sideline reporters for a while. A lot of female sideline reporters have weighed in. This is going to make our job much more difficult, and they have to defend what they do for a living, and they all work very hard. Everybody works hard. I work hard for my reputation, to make sure coaches talk to me and teams talk to me, and that I go down. And instead now I have to worry about, well, did this really happen? Did someone really tell me this? What's going on? I have to worry about this. She just completely blowtorched the way for everybody else. She doesn't care. She doesn't care. The cavalierness about this was what really pissed me off the most. And if she does lose her job, she loses her job. But something's got to happen, because you can't just say, yeah, as a journalist, I made stuff up and I admitted it. and I get to continue on to do what this is. There's got to be some kind of repercussion from this.
Yeah, I think it gets back into the fight over the line of journalism reporting and where a sideline reporter, because look, they've been dismissed. Some would argue that for much of the reporting that comes off a sideline, there's not a lot of juice to it, right? We've watched that. So it's been a constant battle, like in our media, in society, right, as a whole, but take media and branch it out. You've got a lot of jobs, a lot of functions where you say, all right, is that really necessary? And for sideline reporting, what do I need from them? And I'm looking at the game perhaps differently than others, right? Because what we're trying to do is broadcasting, so we're grabbing everybody together. Some stuff that might be pretty basic in terms of a report coming off for you and I might be someone who's new to the game. It's important, what the coach had to say about the example she uses, right? Get off the field, stop shooting ourselves in the foot, whatever, innocuous stuff. I need injury reports. That's the piece I need to trust, right? Whether that's going straight to the booth or it's coming through the sideline reporter vessel, right? Whether it's Chris Myers, whether it's Aaron Andrews, Charissa, who hasn't been on a sideline in forever, because that's the other part. She's doing the I got out. Because now she's a host.
Yeah, like
right?
I said, she doesn't care.
Right? So
I don't
she
care.
can
I
say
don't
whatever
care what
she
I
needs.
did. I don't care what happened. And that's the word.
The
I don't
ends
care.
justifying the means.
I don't care what this does to anybody, but I'm a star now. I don't need to worry about this. I'll tell this story now because I'm doing a podcast and I'm talking to Barstool, who has no rules. So I could just say whatever because I don't have to worry about being any a respondent or responsible for anything because Barstool doesn't care. They all thought the story was great. Hey, yeah. Because you know what? They don't care. They have to worry about journalism, all these things. And by and large, you and I, we don't worry about journalism because our job is to entertain and inform and give opinions. When we have something that's a big factual thing, yes, we say it because we have source. Hey, this is what's going on here.
But that's not our function here, right? I mean,
but that's
occasionally
the function of that job.
No, that's right. Occasionally, you and we will get a text from someone who's got a little bit of information. Hey, this isn't right, and I'm hearing this. So maybe you're couching, but I need a second source or a third source before I'm going to go with that. But in the moment, you might have take pause into, all right, let's see how this develops. And we certainly, once you get behind the microphone in our business on television or radio, I've long argued that the J goes to a lowercase j if the J stays there at all, right? Spewing hot take nonsense, opinions. Is really what we're doing. And occasionally folks want to dip back in I used to be a journalist working at this newspaper. It's like, well, you don't anymore. And now you're screaming into a microphone and that line gets certainly blurred.
It does get blurred.
But
this
certainly
is a
for what
specific
she's
thing.
doing from that function.
This is a specific
that's right.
thing.
And again, the example she gives is one where those kind of things, whether the coach gives them to you directly or in this case, you made them up, It's Captain Obvious kind of stuff, right? Yep. Don't turn the ball over 3 times like you did in the first half. We need to stop the negative plays. Penalties are killing us. I don't need the sideline person to tell me that, nor, or coach speak coming out. But to say that you fabricated those things, that he told you this, yeah, you've really drawn the ire, and deservedly so, from an entire industry of people, cutting their teeth either at high school level, college level, minor leagues, all the way up through. Everybody's trying to build their resume, build their Rolodex, right? The virtual Rolodex that we have these days on building those relationships and trust and trying to get to the spot she's at now. And basically said, well, I'm going to burn all those bridges now because guess what? You don't need to be factual in what you're doing. And it's disappointing, right? I worked with her, and
you have said
this is a disappointing
it's
piece.
okay to make stuff up. I mean, because is this something that is? Oh, look, we're not talking about state secrets. We're talking about something that I'm sure that it's not that big a deal. But you've said it's okay to make stuff up. Oh, I would make stuff up, and I don't really care about it. I mean, that's what you said. It's okay to make things up.
And since I didn't get fired, let me double down.
Yeah, because I want it out there, because I want clicks and I want attention for it. Like,
Well,
why else would you keep telling that story?
But that means
You want that
I was
story
reading,
out there.
and I haven't listened to the full clip. Did she then go back saying, hey, if you listen to my podcast, you'll get some other juicy things along the way? Was it just a plug for the podcast really on a whole other level going, well, you should have been mad about this a year ago, but since you weren't.
Yeah, but since nobody found out for whatever reason, because sometimes stories fall through the cracks, and this is one that now I guarantee you I didn't hear about this. You and I did, because we would have talked about this a year ago.
Yeah.
We didn't hear about this. This somehow gets out now, and sometimes it goes that way. Whatever the punishment, whatever happens, yeah. That's
going to be nothing.
Needs.
She's at the desk today. She'll be at the desk on Sunday morning.
She's not going anywhere, Jason.
This is just so maddening because she doesn't. You can tell she doesn't feel bad about it.
No,
the whole thing doesn't.
No,
feel
or
bad
else she would have apologized.
This the one thing you're going to get. I'll say this now. You're going to get. It's going to be a rule where if you can't get the coach on camera, you don't come on and say anything. That's going to be the first thing, which is what should have happened right away. Because I guarantee. I'll give you this guarantee for it. Why did she do it? Right? People want to know why would she make this up? I guarantee at some point it's about my job, and I'm worried for my job because if I can't get the coach on, it's one of my big jobs is to get the coach after halftime, and if I can't get the coach on camera, my executive producer, are going to go.
But that's,
well, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? You can't get him on camera.
But that's the other part, though.
You can't talk to him, right?
The producers and executive producers.
So that's why
they're going to be seen as complicit in this.
Well,
so
they don't know. No, they don't know. How do they know? The producer's going to say they know? Hey, Charissa, did you get...
But while she's still cutting her teeth.
Did you get Mike Vrabel? No, but I talked to him. It was 2. We couldn't get him on camera. Okay, we'll go down to you. Tell us what he said.
But that's the next step.
Right?
Like that should have been...
Like
if the guys from Barstool were journalists or competent interviewers, the follow-up would have been, all right, were you at the point where you just went past the producers? Did you lie to the producers that you talked to them?
Yeah, I mean, whoever's down with you on the field knows.
But that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
There's field producers. There's the guy back in or woman back in the truck. Are they all complicit in the? All right, we're going to go to you anyway. Because we've gotten a pretty good Q rating for you, so we're going to give you this spot. So Doc, I mean, look at all the luminaries in that business that have been in for years that really went after her. I mean, it's a big deal.